the classroom and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
Joker wins, they make the SAC tournament. Lose, and the Cobras need Lenore Ryan to drop a game to UVA Wise to have a shot at making the South Atlantic Conference Tournament Championship. So you can bet your sweet Bippy we will be scoreboard watching here today. Both the Limestone Wingate game and the Lenore Ryan UVA Wise game from over at the Pryor Center. This is the AEC Countdown to Tip-Off. Make the right call for energy efficiency and score big savings today. Contact AEC. They are your trusted energy partner. AEC, powering the Carson-Newman Eagles, Mossy Creek, and your life. After all, you're not just a utility customer. You are a co-op member. We check in with Chuck Benson, the Eagles head man's pregame thoughts. Head your way after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
An interview with head coach Chuck Benson heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Time to check in with the Eagles head coach. Here's Chuck Benson alongside the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
We roll on the AEC countdown to tip off as Carson-Newman celebrates Senior Day against the Coker Cobras. Adam Cavalier alongside head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, a lot to talk about today. Let's start with honoring three seniors. Brian Thomas, Luke Brennigan, Ivan Hadjic playing in their final games inside of Holt Fieldhouse today. What has this trio meant to you and this program?
Well, I've enjoyed my time with these guys. They've been a part of one championship. They've been a part of a runner-up, tournament runner-up. They've helped lead us to an NCAA tournament. They sort of were there in leadership roles as we sort of worked our way through that COVID season. They've been outstanding in the classroom. All have already graduated and are working on their master's level work. And I'm pleased to have spent this time with them and wish them nothing but the best moving forward.
Hopefully, it's extended time. Haven't locked up a spot in the SAC tournament and need some things to happen to get there. First and foremost, need to win. Need to beat Coker, and the Cobras no doubt will be fired up because if they win, they're in as the final team in the Piedmont. But secondarily for Carson-Newman, also need Limestone to lose to Wingate. What's the mentality, the attitude? You've played good basketball here these last two games to close the regular season strong and hope that this isn't all she wrote for the 22-23 edition of the men's basketball team.
Well, I've liked what I've seen the last two games. We've got to do more of the same. We've been really, really good offensively. We've taken better care of the basketball. And then we've been sound enough defensively. Not really a complete 40-minute show, but close enough for us to get the win and move forward. Yeah, but that's clear what we got to do. And then, like you said, we don't completely hold our own. We don't completely control our own path. We've got to hope that some other things happen with some other teams in our league.
You look at Coker, and the thing that stands out is they turn people over. Second in the conference for a league that really, that's not what the SAC is known for. Three-point shooting, yes. Forcing teams into bunches of turnovers isn't what defines the SAC, it feels like, but that's how Coker has found success. You're coming off one of the best games of the season in terms of taking care of the basketball. What challenges does maintaining control pose going against Coker specifically?
Well, they play very hard. They're very active with their hands at the point of the ball, and then away from the ball, they're pretty good about getting up into passing lanes and contesting passes and catches. So we know what we're gonna face, and thankfully we've got some more confidence in that regard. The last two games, we've got to build on it. We got to now prove to ourselves that we can have 3 straight games of ball security if we want to have a chance to win.
Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. The emergence of Jack Browder and Nick Brennigan as quality, high-level scorers. How can they continue to put a stamp on things here at the tail end of year 3 and year 1, respectively, for the two players?
got to keep putting the ball in the basket. They're doing it from range. They're going off the bounce and physically punishing on-ball defenders. They're able to get to the rim and then are making their free throws. So they're doing it in a multitude of ways. And being that, Jack has 3 years after this to play, Nick has 2 after this to play, it just makes me feel more confident about what I think they can be relied upon to do in the future.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Good luck tonight against the Cobras.
Thanks, Cav.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Starting lineups, keys to the game. That's when the AEC countdown to tip-off comes back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Decades ago, your local electric co-op was formed to make sure everyone who needed electricity had it. And as time went on, as our communities continued to grow, so did the need for electricity. And time again, we've made certain that need has been met. Today, we're still doing everything in our power to keep affordable, reliable electricity flowing. It was our purpose then, it's our purpose now, and that'll never change.
AEC, your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Don't go anywhere. Tip-off is next.
Trip Davis, marvelous, with the hands on one end and the guile to finish on the other.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network. Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency, 423-586-4320, or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This
fires the three, and
is Carson-Newman men's basketball on the Eagle Sports Network.
Buzzer and ball game. Carson-Newman reigns over the Royals. The Eagles take home the 2021 Pilot Flying J South Atlantic Conference Men's Basketball Championship.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, Aramark, by ShopCNEagles.com, the Eagle Club, the Bible Insurance Agency, by Pepsi, by Magaha Electric, Inner Digital, by Food City, Trilite, Quality Sweets of Morristown, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen.
Now back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back courtside at Holt Fieldhouse, Carson-Newman and Coker set to match wits. Both teams needing a win to keep hope alive for making the South Atlantic Conference Men's Basketball Tournament Championships. Coker controls its own destiny. Win for the Cobras, they're in. Carson-Newman needs to win and also needs Limestone to lose to have a shot at making the postseason tournament. A lot on the line here today, and certainly we'll be scoreboard watching over in Gaffney, South Carolina, where Limestone and Wingate are squaring off. Saints an early 8-6 lead over the Bulldogs. 15:38 to go in the first half. Carson-Newman needs Wingate to win that game. Here inside of Holt Fieldhouse, Carson-Newman and Coker on the docket. I'll let Michael Watrang take you through all the pregame introductions.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Home Fieldhouse as we get set for tip-off between the Coker Cobras and your Carson-Newman Eagles. Let's meet the starting lineup. First for the visiting Snakes, a 6-foot junior guard from Florence, South Carolina, number 4, Jordan Jones. A 6'4" junior guard from Charlotte, North Carolina, number 12, Tate Mulkey. A 6'9" freshman guard from Apex, North Carolina, number 23, William Askin. A 6'4" sophomore guard from Irmo, South Carolina, number 30, Jalen Ray. And a 6'7" freshman forward from Dublin, Ireland, number 32, Jamie Muldowney. Coker is coached by Jared Merrill. He's assisted by Robert Peterson and Tyrone Brady. And now, a look at your starters for your Carson-Newman Eagles. A 6'3" sophomore guard from Greenville, South Carolina, number 2, Nick Brannigan. A 6'4" sophomore forward from Greenville, South Carolina, number 3, Tyler Bowens. A 6'3" senior guard from Greenville, South Carolina, number 12, Luke Brannigan. A 6'4" sophomore guard from Weaverville, North Carolina, number 14, Ren Dyer. And a 6'9" senior center from Charlotte, North Carolina, number 24, Brian Thomas. Carson-Newman is coached by Chuck Benson. He's assisted by KT Carter, Joe Larrabee, Adam Eberhard, and Dave Gorman. Let's hoop it up.
All right, starting lineups out of the way as Carson-Newman needing to win out to make the SAC tournament and also needing help from Wingate to beat Limestone. Coker just needs to win, and they are in. Eagles in the pristine home whites, white tops, white shorts, blue numerals trimmed in orange on the front and back of the jerseys. Coker, all navy road uniforms, gold numerals trimmed in white on the front and back, and a yellow stripe up the side for the Cobras. Bryant Thomas is in the jump circle, set to tip it up against William Askin. The ball is in the air. Thomas wins the tip, deflecting it to Ren Dyer in the backcourt. And the Eagles start out this game moving it from left to right. Bounce feed inside Thomas, deflected out of bounds by Askin, stays with Carson-Newman with 23 on the shot clock. Ren Dyer inbounding, left baseline. Triggers Bowen's right block, one dribble, spins, turns, right hand, strong off the window. Rebound pings out of bounds off of Dyer. He deflected it off of Tate Mulkey, and it's Coker ball. Eagles missed their opening shot, 12 seconds in, no score. Coker works it from right to left. Cobras lost in the final seconds to Catawba last time out, the Piedmont Division champions. Ray, left wing, dribble, bounce, feed inside. Dyer pilfers it in front of the intended target, Askin. Dyer front court, behind the back dribble, bounce it inside Bowens. Bowens kick out, back to Dyer, head of the key. Dyer, lob Thomas left of the lane. Thomas feeds Brennigan left wing, pump fakes a three, dribbles in, kicks Luke Brennigan. Right corner, catch three, swish it in. Luke Brennigan fires the opening punch from distance. 3-0. Eagles lead a minute in. Coker onto the offensive end. Right point, Jordan Jones. Inside for Muldowney. Drop it off, right block for Ray. And Ray his shot blocked out of bounds, I think. I had my head turned. It's Carson-Newman ball. No, he did get the bucket to go. Goaltend on Bryant Thomas, the official call. Eagles with it front court. Brennigan, head of the key. Over to the left wing, Ren Dyer. Dyer, dribble inside, shovel it to Thomas, left block. Kick out, Brennigan, left point. Brennigan, one dribble to the left elbow, stops, leans, right hand floater, won't fall. Rebound pings around. Thomas tries to track it down in the corner, and it's Coker ball. 3-2, Eagles lead. 18:24 to play in the first half. And the clock didn't immediately start, so they'll adjust that. Jordan Jones will inbound from in front of Carson-Newman's bench. Triggers into the backcourt to Tate Mulkey. 12.7 points a game for Mulkey. Hands off right point, Muldowney. Back to the between the rings for Jordan Jones. 15 to shoot. Jones, chest pass, right baseline for William Askin. Kick it out, Jones right wing, 8 to shoot. Jones right around the screen, takes a long two, back at the 10, won't go down. Dyer takes the rebound away from Askin right wing. Into the front court, Nick Brannigan, right corner, catch three. Strong, Bowen's an offensive board. Kick out Luke, left wing, a triple. Yes! Second chance points aplomb for Carson-Newman. Luke Brannigan rains one down from range. Eagles up 4, 6-2, 17:40 to play in the first half. Coker with it front court. Right wing for Mulkey. Mulkey lobs to the right of the lane, Jones. Skip out, left wing, Muldowney a triple. Rattles it in. 33% shooter from deep, Jamie Muldowney knocks that one down, pulls Coker within a point. 6-5, 17:20 to play in the first half. Eagles with it front court. Dyer in the left corner. And as the Eagles go inside to Thomas, a tie-up with Jones, jump ball, possession arrow. Puts it Coker's way. So ball back to the Snakes, down by 1. Both these teams need to win out to make the SAC tournament. Coker can get there with a loss if LR also loses to Wise. Eagles have to win to make the league tournament. Carson-Newman by 1, Coker onto the offensive end. Right of the lane, Muldowney. Back to the head of the key, Jones, 6 to shoot. Back up top, Muldowney, straight on triple. Front of the 10, no good. Dyers screens off Askin for the rebound. Eagles front court. Brannigan all the way to the cup. Nick Brannigan blows the bunny. Bryant Thomas got the offensive rebound, and he's held taking it back up. Charge this foul to Coker. And Askin, his first on the Cobras as Mahmoud Bangura comes in, replacing Askin. Eagles have not trailed, up 6-5 here in the early going, 16:36 to go in the first half. Foul was on the floor, no free throws for BT as Dyer gets it into Brannigan, drop it off Thomas right block, leans in, can't hit the runner. Bowen's an offensive board, stick back strong off the heel. Dyer cleans up the third chance with the right hand. Offensive rebounds aplenty for Carson-Newman. Eagles have scored 5 straight on second chance points. 8-5, Carson-Newman leads by 3, 16-17 to go in the first half. Cobras onto the offensive end. Right point, Jalen Ray. Switch it to the right wing, Muldowney. Zip it inside Jones. Left block, gets to the cup, lays it in with the right hand. Good position on Bryant Thomas. Jones finishes at the 10. 8-7, Eagles by 1, 15:57 to go in the first half. Eagles bring it front court. Bowens, left elbow. One dribble into the lane, stops, kicks Dyer, left corner. Catch three, on the way. Yes, and one! Rin Dyer splashes one down from deep. It's 11-7. Carson-Newman as we come to our first break in the action. Eagles up by 4 early. Limestone, though, leads Wingate by 7 at home. That's not what Carson-Newman needs to happen. We're back to Holt after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
15:45 to go in the first half. Carson-Newman has opened up an 11-7 lead on Coker. Eagles need to win, need Limestone to lose to make the SAC championships. Eagle fans, AEC is your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Service you can trust and value, you can depend on. Powering Mossy Creek, where AEC, member-owned and service-driven. Ren Dyer is at the line, shooting the and one free throw. He calmly connects. It is a 4-point play, coupled with his 3. And the Eagles lead by 5, their biggest lead of the day. 12-7 with 15:35 to go in the first half. Coker with it front court. Left corner. For Maldoni into the high post, Bangura. One dribble, spin move, left block, up and under move, right hand, finish at the 10. Past the outstretched arm of Bryant Thomas. Coker shooting 67% from the field. They trail by 3, 12-9 with 15:11 to play in the first half. Eagles offensive rebounding has been on point so far. Thomas goes to work inside, right hand hook, won't drop over top of Bangura. Rebound snared by Mulkey. Coker front court, a 3 ties it. Left of the lane, Ray. Hop step into the paint. Pivot, left block, kick, left wing, Mulkey. Mulkey, a drive, a dish, high post, Bangura. Flips it out between the rings, Maldoni. Reset left point for Jordan Jones. Right around a screen to the head of the key. 9 and 8. Bounce feed for Bangura, cutting middle of the lane. He lays it in with the right hand. 4 in a row for Coker. Cobras pull within 1. 12-11, 14:30 to play in the first half. Coker's made 5 of its first 7 shots to start this game. Luke Brennigan head of the key, left around the Thomas screen. Takes it down the left side lane, backs it out to Dyer in the left corner. Back around the horn it goes, right wing for Nick Brennigan. Whistle foul as he scrapes around a Bryant Thomas screen. And you get Jordan Jones with his first. And the third on the Cobras. So foul on Tate Mulkey that I missed. Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. When you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Get a large one-topping pie for $5.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Luke Brennigan, north-south to the bucket. Lays it in with the right hand from the left side. Good screen by Bryant Thomas to get him open. Luke has 8. Eagles back up by 3, 14-11, 14-minute mark first half. Eagles only shooting 36% from the floor, but they have absolutely done work on the offensive glass. 7 second chance points already. Coker, right wing triple. Mulkey misses it front of the 10. McElhaney the rebound. Eagles flip it up the right sideline to Nick Brennigan. Brennigan accelerating to the bucket. Drop it off Thomas. Right block. Right hand. Teardrop. Yes! Nick Brennigan the feed on the break. Thomas the finish with the right hand. Eagles match their biggest lead at 5. 16-11 with 13:30 to play in the first half. Cobras with it front court. Right wing, Mulkey. The head of the key for Ray. Back to Mulkey, right wing. Mulkey, jab, step, right foot, chest pass Jones, head of the key. 10 on the shot clock. Jones leaps, passes inside. McElhaney steps in front of it, left of the lane. Gets it to Luke Brennigan for Carson-Newman. Brennigan between the rings, zips it over to Dyer, left wing. On top of the NCAA logo, he pulls deep 3. Halfway down and out. Jones rises to rip down the rebound, left block for the Cobras. Coker, front court. Head of the key, Maldoni. He wants another triple and knocks that one down. Jamie Maldoni averages about a 3 a game. He's knocked down 2 of his 3-point attempts, and that pulls Coker within 2. 16-14, 12:45 to go first half. Carson-Newman front court. Thomas, left wing. Jab, step, right foot. Get it into the left corner for Ren Dyer. Dyer, bounce Thomas left of the lane. Feeds McElhaney, cutting, kick, right corner. Nick Brennigan, 3. Back iron, no. Thomas pulls in his 200th career offensive board. Second chance for the Eagles. Dyer left corner, 3. Bending in. Wren got the charity roll. Right iron, left iron, down through the strings. Fourth made 3 of the half for Carson-Newman. Eagles up by 5. 19-14, 12-14 to go in the first half. Cobras with it front court. Left wing, Ray drives inside, gets to the right block, leans in on Thomas, and connects over the wall built by BT. 19-16, Coker down by 3. 11:58 to go in the first half. Coker 67% from the field to start this game. Eagles front court. Thomas, nice feed, right block. McElhaney lays it in with the right hand off the window. Count it, plus a foul. Charge it to... I didn't see who the foul was on. We'll get that for you after the break. 11:52 to play in the first half. It's Carson-Newman, 21, and Coker, 16. We're back after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
I get my power from my co-op so I can put my energy into my family.
Into waking up the neighborhood. Latte for Christine.
I get my power from the co-op so I can put my energy into planting seed for a brighter future.
Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, power to your community, for your community, so your energy can go into the things that matter most to you.
My 69 Camaro.
Who powers you?
AEC, the right call for your energy needs. Let us help you score success.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
11:52 to go in the first half. Carson-Newman has built a 21-16 lead on Coker. And now Cam McElhaney is at line, trying to polish off an and-one opportunity. He misses the free throw long. Coker collects the rebound. And the Cobras bring it from right to left, down by 5. Out of the key for Jones. Around to the right wing, Maldoni. Back into Jones in the high post. Turns, passes. Left corner, Brumfield. Baseline drive, teardrop, missed it over Kabay, got his own board. Second chance for the Cobras. Right corner, Jones. Browder there with a high hand. Jones, jab step, left foot. Crossover dribble. Pokes it inside, Brumfield. Right elbow, drop it off, right block from Mulkey. Fades from 10 and connects on the tough fadeaway 10-footer. Coker makes it a three-point game. 21-18, 11-10 to go in the first half. Eagles the other way. John Zhao misses a reverse layup. Rebound snared on the right block by Maldoni. Cobras bring it from right to left. Head of the key, Jones. Jones, slip it, right corner. Step back, Mulkey. 3, halfway down and out. Nahimi Kabaya grabs his rebound after a career-high 6 in relief on Saturday. Eagles the other way. Browder, left corner 3. Knocks that one down. Jack Browder from deep, fresh off a career-high 25 off the bench, gives Carson-Newman its biggest lead at 6. 24-18 with 8:30 to play in the first half. Coker shooting 62% from the field, but the Eagles' three-point shooting has them up right now by 6. Carson-Newman 5 of 8 from deep. Keyhole jumper missed from Jones from 17 feet out. Brennigan the rebound for Carson-Newman. Brennigan front court, down to the left block, stops, bounces, Zhao left wing. For Browder, head of the key. Another catch triple. Halfway down and out, John Jones snares the rebound. Cobras race front court. Brumfield, right corner, backs it out. 5 out for the Cobras. Left wing, Mulkey. Drop it off left block, Brumfield. Faces the basket on McElhaney, dribbles out to the left corner, and gives to Mulkey left wing. Back inside it goes, back outside it goes. Left corner, Jones the 3, spins out right side. Nahimi Kabaya steps out of bounds, grabbing the rebound. And the ball goes back to Coker. Hey, Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals that the Lakeway region has to offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen, it is the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Limestone still leads Wingate by 7, 25-18 with 6.5 minutes to play in the first half. Eagles need the Saints to lose. UVA Wise leads Illinois Rhine 35-32. Coker needs the Cavaliers to hold that result. Coker ball after the Eagle turnover. From field to the head of the key for Moultrie. Back around the horn it goes, right wing Maldoni. Back up top for Bynum. Down to the left wing, Miesmer. Drop it off inside. Maldoni chucks up a heave, won't go. Kabaya snares the rebound as the shot clock expires, and the Eagles bring it left to right with a 6-point lead in hand. Browder, head of the key. Bynum. Back it out in the left corner for a pass inside for Maldoni, and he's fouled cutting to the bucket. Charge it to Jack Browder, his first, team's first. So send Maldoni to the stripe. Nice feed inside by Xavier Moultrie. Had Carson-Newman just a touch out of position. So Jamie Maldoni, 72% shooter, calmly converts the first. Limestone has opened up an 8-point lead on Wingate, 5:15 to go in the first half. Make it 7 as Wingate buries a couple of free throws. Eagles pulling for a Bulldog comeback. Second free throws in for Maldoni. He exits, and Mahmoud Bangura enters. 26-20, Carson-Newman by 6. Coker hasn't made a shot from the field in the last 2.5 minutes. Eagles bring it front court. Nick Brennigan down the left side of the lane, all the way to the bucket. Kick out Zhao, right corner. Pump fakes a 3, drives baseline. Went in for the jam, but you got a whistle and a moving screen called on Nahimi Kabaya. First on Kabaya. Second on Carson-Newman. Eagles turn it over. Zhao was sailing to the rim, too, for a two-handed slam. 26-20, Eagles leading. Coker shooting 50% from the field, but the Snakes have missed their last 4 shots. Right wing for Mulkey. Mulkey into the right corner, Bangura. Pass to Jones, head of the key, back to Mulkey, left wing. Mulkey, hop step inside, feeds Bangura, cutting to the bucket, swirls it in and out, no good, and Kabaya wrenches the rebound away from Bangura. Eagles get the stop, bring it left to right. Browder accelerating into the front court. Down to the right block, leans in, right hand won't fall. Bowen's an offensive board. Second chance for Carson-Newman. Bowens, left corner, skips it into the bench. Back to Coker it goes. Turnover number 1 for Carson-Newman. Turnover number 2, pardon me, for Carson-Newman. And the ball back to the Cobras. 26-20, Eagles leading, 7:55 to go in the first half. Neither team's made a shot in 2:45. Jones trying to change that, and he does. The Cobra takes it down to the left block, takes a tough fading away layup, gets it to go over top of Thomas. 26-22, Eagles by 4. 7:40 to play first half, and now as Nick Brennigan brings it front court, he gets called for steps. Brings us to a break. 7:39 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman 26, Coker 22. Eagles have led wire to wire thus far and have the lead in spite of Coker shooting 50% from the field. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
7:39 to go in the first half. Carson-Newman holds a 26-22 lead on Coker, in spite of not having hit a shot from the field in the last 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Coker ball out of the break, moving right to left in the navy blue jerseys. Both these teams need to win to make the SAC tournament. In fact, they could both end up there as the Cobras turn it over and back. Carson-Newman ball after the third giveaway of the day for the Cobras. Carson-Newman wins, Limestone loses, Eagles are in. Coker loses, and Wise beats Lenore-Rhine. Cobras are in. McElhaney, Brennigan, Dyer, Thomas, and Zhao on the floor for Carson-Newman. Coker counters with Bynum, Jones, Mulkey, Brumfield, and Askin. Left corner, Luke Brennigan. He fires a triple, front iron no. Thomas an offensive board. Flip it out to McElhaney between the rings. Second chance, Zhao left wing. Pump fakes a three, drives, dishes, Thomas right block. One dribble, leans in. A lot of contact, no call. Askin altered it, didn't block it. Jones the rebound for the Cobras. Coker front court, trailing by 4. Teardrop, Bynum middle of the lane. Rims off left side. Rebound punched out of bounds by McElhaney. Stays with Coker. Eagle fans, check out Carson-Newman Athletics' official online store at shopseeandeagles.com. Features more than 1,100 products from t-shirts and polos to phone skins and pet collars. Shopseeandeagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Coker front court, Jones, slip it, Bynum, right block, lays it in uncontested. Eagles brought 2 to the ball. Bynum made the right decision. And Coker cuts it to 2 after trailing by 8. 26-24, 6.5 minutes to play in the first half. 6-0 run for the Cobras. Brennigan tries to snap it, does so. Left elbow jumpers good from 16 feet out. Luke Brennigan, 10 first half points on 4 of 6 shooting. 28-24, Eagles up after snapping a near 3-minute scoring drought. 6:12 to play in the first half. Cobras front court, losing it, going up is Mulkey. Tapped out by Thomas. Zhao the steal. Zhao running to the rim. Right hand finger roll. Lays it in off the window. Thomas gets the stop. Tips it to John Zhao. And he streaks the other way to stretch it back to 6. 30-24. 5:50 to play first half. Cobras with it front court. Head of the key for Brumfield. Left elbow. Bynum. Dribbles inside, ducks the shoulder on Thomas, kicks out Jones out of the key. Jones, left hand dribbles, spins, shot clock violation, didn't get it off in time. Ball back to Carson-Newman after Coker's 5th turnover. 30-24, Eagles by 6. Limestone leads Wingate by 12 with 1:09 to play in the first half. Eagles need a bulldog comeback there to make the SAC tournament. Carson-Newman front court. Thomas at the free throw line. Spins, right hand, hook, bending, off the mark. Muldowney the rebound. Coker races right to left. Moultrie to the left elbow. It's around with the horn, right corner. Brumfield a triple, off the mark, left of the rim. Thomas grabs the rebound, flips it up the right sideline, Luke Brennigan. Brennigan, right wing, pulls from deep. Front iron no. Thomas an offensive board. Second chance again for Carson-Newman. Zhao, left point 3. Clanks off the right iron. Mulkey slides to the right block to grab the rebound for the Cobras. Coker down by 6, moving front court. Muldowney, reverse layup, spins it in with English off the window. Muldowney has 10 points. First Cobra into double figures. 30-26, Eagles up by 4 with 4:35 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman onto the offensive end. Luke Brennigan down the right side of the lane. Slides in for a right-handed leaner. Count it, plus a foul. Personal goes on Moultrie, his first team 6th. Luke Brennigan with 12 points to give Carson-Newman a 6-point lead, and he's got a free throw forthcoming. Luke Brennigan has 12, Rin Dyer has 9. They've been a solid 1-2 punch early for Carson-Newman. 32-26, Eagles by 6. Brennigan to the stripe to try to extend the lead. Eagles have led by as many as 8 here in the first half, thanks to 5 of 11 three-point shooting. Brennigan's free throw is good. 7-point lead for Carson-Newman. 33-26 with 4:27 to play in the first half. Eagles have 8 offensive boards and 8 second chance points. Cobras front court. Muldowney hits ahead of the key 3. Muldowney with 13 points. A guy who knocks him down at 33% on the season is 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. 33-29, Coker gets within 4. Eagles onto the offensive end, 4 minutes to play first half. Brennigan backs it up to Dyer, over to Zhao, head of the key. Zhao, step back, right wing, triple, back iron no. McElhaney offensive rebound. Kick out, Brennigan left wing 3. That's off the mark. Kabaya taps the rebound, can't control it. Moultrie comes away with it for the Cobras. Coker with it, front court down by 4, 3:41 to play first half. Moultrie spinning around at the free throw line, flips it out to the right wing, Mulkey. Back inside to the right baseline for Ray. Whistle. Did he step out or do we have a foul? We have a foul. It's on Nahimi Kabaya. His second, team's third. Coker ball when we get back. 3:34 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman 33. Coker 29. Eagles need to win. Need Wingate to rally. Down by 14 on the road at Limestone to make the SAC tournament. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
3:34 left in the first half. A 33-29 edge for Carson-Newman over Coker. Eagles only shooting 38% from the field, but they've got 9 offensive rebounds and 8 second chance points. Eagles have taken 8 more shots than the Cobras and made just as many shots from the field. Coker ball out of the break. Right wing, Muldowney has it. He's hit 3 first half threes. Gets it up top, Mulkey. Into the high post for Bangura. Drives inside. Thomas erased his shot, but Jack Browder gets called for a blocking foul, taking contact with the body. So that's Browder's second, 4th on the Eagles. Eagle fans, check out Carson-Newman Athletics' official online store at shopcneagles.com. It features more than 1,100 products, from T-shirts and polos to phone skins and pet collars. Shopcneagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Bangura's first free throw is long off the heel, so the best he can do is make this a 3-point game. Halftime in the Timken Center. Limestone has a 38-24 lead on Wingate. Second free throw short off the front iron. Bowen's the rebound, and the Eagles bring it left to right. Browder, a pass deflected into the backcourt. Brennigan grabs, lobs it ahead, trying to get it to Thomas, cherry picking underneath, but alertly Bangura gets a tap to it and knocks it out of bounds into the left corner. Stays with Carson-Newman with 20 on the shot clock and 3:07 to play in the first half. Eagles leading by 4. Trigger into Thomas, left wing. Hands off to Jack Browder. Right to the head of the key. Slip it, Brennigan, left wing. Lob to Thomas, left block. Thomas back to the basket, kicks out Brennigan. Back inside, Thomas, left block. Shove, dish, Brennigan, left wing, triple. Right iron, no. Rebound batted around. Browder, an offensive board. Browder trapped, leaps and passes Bowen's right wing. Bowens resets to Nick Brennigan out of the key. Brennigan drives inside, right hand teardrop over the sack logo, falls in from 8 feet out. First points for Nick Brennigan. Carson-Newman stretches it back to 6. 35-29 with 2:33 to play in the first half. Cobras with it front court. Right corner, Mulkey fading from 3, spins out, front side. Browder the rebound and running. 3-on-2 break. Browder pilfered by Jordan Jones. Jones races the other way for Coker. Hop step, left block, leans in. Brennigan dumps it in off the window. Jones finishing through contact on Luke Brennigan. He has 6. Coker cuts it to 4. 35-31 with 2:03 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman onto the offensive end. Nick Brennigan, right wing, pump fakes a 3, now drives inside, stops, pivots, passes Thomas head of the key. 10 to shoot. Luke Brennigan, give and go to Thomas right of the lane, kick out, right corner, Browder's 3, rims out. Thomas, offensive rebound, shuffles left, steps back, dumps it in off the glass. Bryant Thomas has 4 points, 6 boards. Eagles lead is 6. 37-31 with 93 seconds left in the first half. Another offensive rebound, more second chance points. Coker the other way, inside Bangor, and he's fouled. Charge the personal to Luke Brennigan, his first, team's 5th. Sends Mahmoud Bangura to the line to shoot 2. Bangura 0 of 2 at the stripe today. Make it 1 of 3 as he swirls in the first. One more free throw for Mahmoud Bangura. 37-32. Coker cuts it to 5. Eagles have led wire to wire thus far, and by as many as 8. Second free throw, flipped up and in. 37-33. Eagles lead cut to 4. 89 seconds left in the first half. Full court pressure on for the Cobras, who forced the second most turnovers in the second. Have only forced 3 giveaways today. Bowens between the rings. Dribbles down the right side of the lane. Stops, zips it out. Brennigan left wing. Luke calls for a screen. 15 to shoot. Thomas has set the screen. Brennigan right around it. Keyhole jumper off the mark from 15. Bowens an offensive rebound. Reverse layup, left it short. Bowens strapping. Third chance. He's shoved out of bounds. Carson-Newman maintains possession thanks to Tyler Bowen's stick-to-itiveness. And the foul goes on William Askin. His second, team's 7th, 1-1 for Tyler Bowens. So Bowens gets to shoot the 1-1, trying to extend this 4-point Carson-Newman lead. Left it short, front iron. Rebound snared by Jordan Jones. Jones across the timeline, center court. Gets it into Tate Mulkey's hands. Mulkey sets up the offense. Around to the left wing for Jordan Jones. Jones. Flip it out to Maldoni. Back to Jones out of the key. 11 to shoot. 43 to play. Backdoor cut. Mulkey. Missed and blew the layup. Airballed it. Browder battling for the rebound, and he's fouled by, I believe, William Askin. Not a foul? Is it just out of bounds? Okay, no foul called. I really thought Kenny Pate blew the whistle for a foul. He signaled and pointed as if it were a foul on Coker. Pardon my misjudgment. Regardless, Carson-Newman ball, bringing it left to right. 8-second difference, shot clock to game clock. Eagles up by 4. Luke Brennigan twirling down to the left block. You get a whistle and a foul. This time on Jordan Jones. His second, team's 8th. 25.6 ticks left in the first half and the shot clock off. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. Brennigan's front end of the 1-1 rattles home. 38-33, Eagles by 5. Really no runs to speak of. Coker went on a little 6-0 burst to get an 8-point lead down to 2, but Carson-Newman's maintained the advantage. Brennigan strokes the second. 39-33, Eagles by 6. 25.6 seconds left in the first half, and Coker head coach Jared Merrill burns his use it or lose it 30-second timeout. 39-33, Eagles by 6. Carson-Newman only shooting 38% from the field. But the Eagles have made one more shot than Coker. They've attempted 11 more shots than Coker. And the Eagles with 12 second chance points off of a whopping 13 offensive boards. Carson-Newman has as many offensive rebounds as Coker has total rebounds. Eagles plus 11 on the glass right now. That more than makes up for the fact that the Eagles are shooting 13 percentage points worse than the Cobras. Glasswork key so far today for Carson-Newman. InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services. InterDigital, they are laser focused on your success. Coker ball out of the break, moving right to left in navy blue jersey. Shot clock is off. Coker can play for the final shot of the period. Between the rings, it's Brumfield. Skips it out, left point, Jordan Jones. 9 and 8, Jones over to the right wing for a Brumfield three, and Brumfield connects. 33% shooter, drains that one, 2 seconds left. Dyer from half court, at the horn, back iron, no. And that is how the half comes to a close. Carson-Newman does not trail in the opening half. 39-36, Eagles lead it at the break. However, Limestone leads Wingate 38-24. Eagles need the Bulldogs to come back and beat the Saints in that game, in addition to beating Coker to make the SAC tournament. So Eagles have done their part. Need Wingate to provide a little assistance over in Gaffney, South Carolina. Halftime in Holt Fieldhouse. Eagles with the lead at the halftime break. ShopCNEagles.com halftime report heads your way after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe a new electric heat pump or a new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We've got a quality contractor network, easy financing, and ANC inspects every job to assure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aecoop.org for application, contractor list, and more details. AEC, we're power with purpose. It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the ShopCNEagles.com halftime report in just 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
The number one source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is ShopCNEagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. ShopCNEagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopCNEagles.com.
It's halftime. Your first half scoring summary and a check of the ShopCNEagles.com SAC scoreboard are headed your way.
Robinson racing to the rim and Thomas obliterates it out of bounds on the dunk attempt.
Now back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Halftime and Holt has Carson-Newman leading Coker at the halftime break, 39-36. That's to the good of Carson-Newman. Eagles need to win, but also need some things to change over in Gaffney, South Carolina. Limestone out to a 38-24 lead on Wingate at the halftime break. Wingate 11 first half turnovers. Limestone a 14-3 edge in points off turnovers. Saints can clinch a spot, the final spot in the Mountain Division with a win. They own the tiebreaker on Carson-Newman because of a win over Tusculum, which the Eagles do not have. And so Limestone, in reality, a chance to get into the tournament in spite of having what will be a worse division record than Carson-Newman. First, they've got to hold on against Wingate at home on Senior Day, up 14 at the halftime break. First half, well, for Carson-Newman, Eagles only shoot 36.8% from the field, but the rebounding absolutely on point. Carson-Newman plus 11 on the glass. Granted, Coker, a team really not known for its rebounding. Cobras minus 10 on average rebounding margin, last in the league, second to last nationally. And that's on display. That's why Carson-Newman's leading. Not shooting the ball all that well, but the Eagles have 13 offensive rebounds. That's as many rebounds as Coker has, period. 13 offensive boards, a 12-2 edge in second chance points for Carson-Newman. Luke Brennigan carrying the load for the Eagles. He's got 15 points. Ren Dyer has 9, while Jamie Maldoni has 13 to guide Coker. At the half, Eagles up by 3 at the break. We take you around the happenings on the banks of Mossy Creek and throughout the South Atlantic Conference when we get back after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
If you're looking for official Eagle merchandise, look no further than the Carson-Newman Bookstore. With a large selection of Carson-Newman gifts and apparel, you're sure to find something to please the entire family. From stuffed eagles to towel sets, sweatshirts, shorts, hats, and slippers, we literally have you covered from head to toe. We have just the item you're looking for no matter what the season. So whether you're an Eagle student, parent, alumni, or fan, shop us for everything orange and blue. Call 865-471-3539 for more information and store hours. We'll see you at the Carson-Newman Bookstore.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
A check of the ShopCNEagles.com SAC scoreboard is next. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
The Eagle Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a ShopCNEagles.com scoreboard update. Now back to the arena.
Halftime in Holt Fieldhouse, Carson-Newman has the lead on Coker, 39-36 at the halftime break. Eagles doing work on the glass to take the halftime lead. Elsewhere in the South Atlantic Conference. Actually, we'll start within the Carson-Newman athletic family first. Carson-Newman softball saw its 7-game winning streak come to a close. Eagles were losers 1-0 to Embry-Riddle earlier today. Eagles had the tying run at third in the bottom of the 7th, but never could push that run across. Carson-Newman baseball is tied with Cal PA 2-2 in the 7th inning of that contest. And the Eagles did win game 1 8-6. First road win of the year for the Carson-Newman baseball program, trying to sweep the doubleheader against the Vulcans over at the home of the Washington Wild Things in Pennsylvania. Around the hardwood in South Atlantic Conference basketball action, Wingate has trimmed a 14-point halftime deficit down to 11. Eagles need the Bulldogs to rally and beat Limestone, and then Carson-Newman needs to hold serve in the second half against Coker. The other game that really matters a lot is UVA Wise against Lenoir-Rhyne. Wise holds on against the Bears, up by 4, 10 minutes left in the second half. Then Coker is in the SAC tournament no matter what. Catawba leads Tusculum 52-43, 5 minutes into the second half. And Anderson has a 68-56 lead on Mars Hill with 9:10 to play in the second half of that game. Here inside of Holt Fieldhouse, the halftime score is Carson-Newman 39 and Coker 36. Eagles trying to do their part and win to keep hope alive for a second tournament berth. Find out if the Eagles can pull it off. Second half action heads your way after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
Since 1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owner's insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children, and grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Bills top the key. Pull up three. On the way. Got it. Charlie Clark dialing long distance with impunity.
On the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
Just like no two people are the same, no 2 days are the same. We start them and end them at different times. And in between, we all do very different things. Yet there is something we all have in common. Knowing your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative is here to power every moment of every day. Because no matter when it starts, we never stop.
Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek.
Halftime wrapping up inside of Holt Fieldhouse with Carson-Newman leading Coker by a score of 39-36. Eagles trying to win a third straight in the series, but all of that really pales in comparison to the fact that the Eagles just need to win to have a shot at making the SAC tournament. That stretch in January and February where Carson-Newman won 1 game and 13 tries has them in this spot after that 10-2 start and 4-0 start in league play. And the Eagles need to win and then need some help. Need Wingate to come back on the road at Limestone to make the league tournament. Of course, you got to beat Coker too. Coker, on the other hand, can lose and make it in, and that's if UVA Wise continues to lead Lenoir-Rhyne. Wise up 63-56 on the Bears with 8:18 to go in the second half. Skip Roberts is our producer back inside of network control. Before we get the second half started, let's pause 10 seconds so that our stations may identify themselves here on the Eagle Sports Network. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you courtside here at Holt Fieldhouse. Skip Roberts, of course, running the show back inside of network control. Our replay operator, Ian Johnson, director, Danny Wazorek, and our camera crew, Rick Gintahome. And thanks to some illnesses, 3 subs stepping in. Linda Underbach, Wally Buckowitz, Yuri Lawrence, and Manon Campagna helping out on a moment's notice today, and greatly appreciate those members of the swim team and the football team for their willingness to learn how to operate a camera for a collegiate basketball game. So they are the reason that we are able to provide the images to you outside of the radio feed. It's Carson-Newman ball to start the second half. Bowens, Brennigan, Dyer, Thomas, and Brennigan on the floor for Carson-Newman. And we are set for second half action here inside of Holt Fieldhouse. Nick Brennigan has it in the right corner. Looks inside, nothing there. Drives it himself with the left hand. Stops, bounce, Thomas left of the lane. Lit too far in front. Deflects out off of a Cobra. I think William Askin was able to grab it in the left corner, but he was laying out of bounds, and it's Carson-Newman ball. 16 to get a shot off for the Eagles. Inbounds comes. Right block, Nick Brennigan. Easy lay-in. Good feed from Ren Dyer off the end-out action. Carson-Newman, the opening punch of the second half. CN stretches it to a 5-point lead. 41-36. 30 seconds in. Coker moves it from left to right. Right wing for Jones. Right hand dribbles at the top of the zone. Left around the screen to the head of the key. Back to the right wing, Maldoni. He's had the hot hand, fires another 3 and converts. Jamie Maldoni had hit 26 threes all season. He's hit 4 tonight. He has 16 points, and he brings the Cobras within 2. 41-39, 19 minutes to play second half. Carson-Newman onto the offensive end. Thomas goes to work right of the paint. Kick out Nick Brennigan, right wing. Back inside Thomas. Draws a double team. Kick out Brennigan, right wing. 3. Splash. Inside out, inside out. Nick Brennigan drains his first triple of the day. 44-39 Eagles, 18:40 to play in the second half. Coker with it front court. Left elbow, Jones. Spins in on Luke Brennigan. Tosses up a shot and twirls it in off the window. Jones with 8, 44-41. Eagles by 3, 90 seconds into the second half. Carson-Newman front court. Bowens over to Dyer, left wing. Dyer, right hand dribbles, stops, whistle away from the basketball. It's Mulkey with his second. And the first on the Cobras of the second half. Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider, providing Jeff City with ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband. Let them serve you. Visit trilite.net. Fresh 20 seconds for Carson-Newman to get a shot off. Bowens goes to work, baseline, kick out Dyer, right corner, 3. Swish! Ren Dyer, the second Eagle, into double figures. He has 12. Carson-Newman stretches it to 6. 47-41, 2 minutes into the second half. Coker with it front court. Left wing for Mulkey. Into the high post. Jones at left elbow. Jones. One right hand dribble, now two. Bounce feed inside, right block. Can't finish. Muldowney, but that's because he's collided with by Luke Brennigan, who tweaked his leg on the foul. Brennigan favoring his left leg on his senior day. So the foul goes on Luke, his second. Team's first. Brennigan exits. John Zhao enters. 47-41, Eagles by 6. Muldowney to the stripe. Carson-Newman hasn't trailed in this game as Muldowney knocks down the first free throw. He's only led by as many as 8. Coker shot 55% from the field, but it hasn't mattered because the Eagles have grabbed 13 offensive rebounds and outscored the Cobras 12-2 in second chance points. One more free throw for Muldowney. Coker coaching staff agrees with my assessment. I'll take it. Some perspiration on the floor. Mopped up, and we're set for Muldowney's second free throw. Neither team has missed a shot in the second half either. How about that? Muldowney off the mark, back iron. Dyer tracks down the long rebound right wing for his fourth board. Eagles run the floor. Dyer for Thomas, twisting left of the lane. Falling away, can't get the shot to fall down with the right hand. Mulkey the rebound. Coker front court. Sprinting ahead. It's Ray, lays it up, can't lay it in. Dyer fouled him. Got his hand in there, thought he got all ball, but might have clipped him with the legs going through. First on Dyer, second on Carson-Newman. We've got to look at the replay. It was the arm that Dyer got Ray on as he flew through. Got the ball, then swiped through and got the arm as well. First free throw's in for Ray. 47-43, Eagles by 4. Luke Brennigan has recovered from whatever ailed him and is back on the floor. 4-point game in favor of Carson-Newman. One more free throw for Jalen Ray. His 29th attempt of the season is good for his 21st make. 47-44. Carson-Newman by 3. 17-34 to go in the second half. Carson-Newman front court. Right corner, Brennigan. Bounce feed Thomas left block. Thomas backing down his defender, turns, right hand hook, rims out right side. Askin the rebound. Coker sprints left to right, down by 3. Jones between the rings, motions with his right hand. Switches to his left with the dribble. Start and stop move to the right block, lays it up. Thomas redirected it at its apex on a foul. Coker saying count the basket, there should be goaltending. Officials are going to congregate. Might be an and one here for the Cobras if BT gets called for the goaltend. No basket. Foul is on Luke Brennigan, and that's his third. Team's third. To the free throw line goes Jordan Jones for his first attempts of the night. Jones lines up the first and swirls it in. Jones is a 68% shooter. That's the line just about as much as anyone. 113 attempts now on the season, 77 makes. Chance to make this a 1-point game with the second foul shot. Southpaw sends it up and sends it in. 47-46, Coker's within 1. No empty possessions here in the second half for the Cobras to chip away at the Carson-Newman edge. Eagles break Coker's press. Dyer accelerating in the lane, lost the handle, got it back though. Dyer into the left corner. Pump fakes a 3, zips a pass right corner, John Zhao. Zhao stripped by Jones. Jones off to the races, 2-on-2 break. Euro step to the cup, missed the layup. Thomas altered it. Dyer tips the rebound up, takes it middle of the lane. Eagles get the stop in transition. Dyer in the backcourt, harassed by Jones, zings it to the right wing for Nick Brennigan, and the Eagles set up shop on the offensive end. Brennigan, bounce feed, Thomas right block. Back to the basket, stripped from behind, a reach. Charge this to Coker. Is it on Askin or is it on Mulkey? It's on Askin. That's his third, team's second. Shot clock resets to 20. And the Eagles get the ball out of bounds to the right baseline. Kenny Pate telling the Coker bench that the Coker assistant coaches need to remain on the bench. Coker's women's team got a technical foul in the women's game for something similar. Eagles by 1. Bowens, right of the lane, backs it out right wing. Gets it to Brennigan between the rings. Brennigan to the right wing, 9 to shoot. Accelerates, right baseline, spins around. Loops and passes Thomas right wing, 4 and 3. Thomas back to the basket, lost the handle on it. Ahead it goes to Ray. Ray racing to the rim, throws it down. Coker has its first lead of the day. 48-47, 4 minutes into the second half. Eagles haven't scored in 2 minutes. Coker, 48, Carson-Newman 47. Eagles looking for an answer. Near turnover, loose ball out of bounds, tipped out by a Cobra on a pass across the paint. Coker has the first big run of the day. Cobras have scored 7 straight after the Eagles led by 6. Cobras have their first lead of the day. 48-47, 15:47 to play in the second half. Back after these messages. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Coker 48 and Carson-Newman 47 with 15:45 to go in the second half. Cobras have scored 7 in a row. The Eagles have turned it over 3 times in the last 2.5 minutes. Coker with its first lead of the game off of a Carson-Newman turnover. Cobras, right block for Bangura. Bounce it to Jones right of the lane. Backs it out right wing, 8 to shoot. Nick Brennigan picks him up at the top of the zone. Jones drives by him, gets to the rim and lays it in. Defender fell down on the back of the zone. It was John Zhao that opened up the path for Jones for the easy lay-in. 9-0 run for the Cobras. 50-47, Coker in front with 15:08 to play in the second half. Eagles with it front court. John Zhao, left wing with the ball. Goes to Thomas at the head of the key. Thomas, slip it right wing, Nick Brennigan. Brennigan drives in on Jones, stops, right block, leans in, hits it off the window, count it, plus a foul. Well, they're going to call a blocking foul on the Cobras' Tate Mulkey, but I thought Brennigan stopped short and didn't make contact, and the replay confirms that. Third personal on Mulkey. Third team foul on the Cobras. Nick Brennigan, first bucket made from the field for Carson-Newman in more than 3 minutes, and now he has a chance to tie this game at the stripe with the and one free throw. 9 points for Nick Brennigan. He's really come to life here at the tail end of his sophomore season after being hampered with injuries the first part of the year. He buries the free throw and has 10 points. 6 consecutive double-digit scoring efforts for Nick Brennigan. That's a career-long streak. We're level at 50 with 14:48 to go in the second half. Coker with it front court against the Eagles zone. Ray, head of the key, swings it to the right wing for Brumfield. Brumfield skip it, left wing Bynum. Downstairs, Ray feeds a cutting Ray, middle of the lane. His layup won't fall. McElhaney the rebound. Up the right sideline to Luke Brennigan. Brennigan spinning around, and he's fouled by Jalen Ray. First on Ray. Fourth on Coker. Pardon me, second personal on Jalen Ray. I had him for just 1. Jack Browder triggers from the hash mark right side. Gets it into Nick Brennigan in the right corner. Bounce it to Thomas, right block. Back to the basket for BT. One dribble, turns, kicks. Luke Brennigan, left corner, catch 3. Left iron, no. Thomas had the rebound, deflected out of his hands by Bangura, but it's out of bounds and stays with Carson-Newman. Second chance again for the Eagles. Carson-Newman, a 14th offensive rebound. Checking in William Askin for Coker. He replaces Mahmoud Bangura. Browder inbounds, right baseline. Gets it into Luke Brennigan. Bounce it out to Thomas, left elbow. Thomas, kick it right wing, Jack Browder. Right around the screen, hits McElhaney at the head of the key. McElhaney dribbles in, leaps, passes, Browder right corner, pump fake the three, baseline drive, zip it along the baseline, but it's deflected and out of bounds off the underside of the backboard. Carson-Newman turns it over for a 7th time and a 4th this half. 50-50, level, 6 minutes gone in the second half. Over in Gaffney, Wingate's down 10 with 9:21 to play against the Saints. Eagles need the Bulldogs to come from behind and need Limestone to lose to make the tournament. Cobras on the offensive end. Head of the key for Bynum. Over to the right wing, Jones. Jones dribbles to the right baseline. Bounce it. Brumfield, right elbow, 14-footer, short front iron. McElhaney pulls down the rebound. Eagles can retake the lead on this possession. McElhaney into the front court. Hands off Browder, right wing. For Thomas at the head of the key. Chest pass, Luke Brennigan, left wing. Brennigan, crossover dribble, accelerates left block, twirls around, backs it out head of the key, reset. Drop it off Thomas, left block. Turns, right hand, foul. BT going for that hook. And he puts a 4th personal on William Askin, 15 foul on the Cobras. So Bryant Thomas to the stripe. He shoots 2 and a chance to put Carson-Newman back on the front foot. Thomas lines up the first free throw and calmly connects it. 51-50, Eagles retake the lead. 13-13 to go in the second half. One more free throw for Bryant Thomas. Second free throw. Rims out left side. Caught the front lip of the rim, spun around and flipped over the left side of the iron after a counterclockwise rotation. Coker with the basketball, moving left-right. They haven't scored in more than 2 minutes. Jones with it right wing. Slips it to the head of the key, Ray. Dribble down the left side of the lane. Flip it back out head of the key for Jones. Pull up, keyhole Jay, good from 17. Jones has 14 points. Coker retakes the lead, 52-51, 12:40 to play second half. Eagles the other way. Brennigan, feed, Browder, cutting left baseline, reverse layup, good with the right hand. Luke Brennigan has his second assist. Jack Browder has 5 points. Eagles back on top, 53-52. 12:25 to go in the second half. Coker front court. Bangura leans into Bryant Thomas and draws a blocking foul in the middle of the lane. First personal on Thomas, 4th foul on the Eagles. 2 free throws for Mahmoud Bangura. He's 2 of 4 at the stripe today. Chance to tie and then give Coker the lead if he can knock down both. First free throw, rims out. Front iron, backboard, spin around and fall off the front side. So best he can do is tie. Thomas exit, Ben Beaker enters. Brumfield exits. And Bynum Jr. enters. Second free throw. Missed it off to the left. Eagles maintain the lead as Beaker snares the rebound on the right block. Carson-Newman brings it right to left. 1 point lead in hand with 12:15 to go in the second half. Brennigan, head of the key. Dribbles over to the right wing. Takes a McElhaney screen left. Nearly got pilfered, but a reach-in foul called. Presumably this is going to be on Glenn Bynum. Yes, it is. Second on Bynum, 6th on Coker. 12:06 to play in the second half, and Jamie Maldoni re-enters, replacing Bynum. So Jack Browder will inbound from the left baseline. Browder triggers into Nick Brennigan in the left corner. Brennigan, left hand dribbles on the left baseline, switches to the right hand, backs it out left corner. 13 to shoot. Brennigan Right around a McElhaney screen to the wing. Start and stop move, cut off, bounce it, McElhaney left baseline. 5 and 4 to shoot. McElhaney for Brennigan, head of the key. 2 and 1. Brennigan has to hustle, gets a right-hand floater up, and it falls in from the right side of the lane. Nick Brennigan creates something out of nothing. He has 12 points, and the Eagles are back on top by 3. 55-52 with 11:34 to go in the second half. Coker front court. Maldoni, right block, blew the bunny. Browder, the rebound after it was punched up by Beaker. Carson-Newman on the hop right to left. Nick Brennigan, right wing. Left around a McElhaney screen. Zip it down to Beaker, right block. Barrels over Maldoni and gets called for the offensive foul. So first personal on Ben Beaker. 5th team foul on the Eagles. 11:19 to go in the second half. Carson-Newman 55 and Coker 52. Over in Gaffney. Still a 10-point Limestone lead. Time running out on the Bulldogs and thus potentially also Carson-Newman. The Eagles need Wingate to win to have a shot at making the SAC tournament. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
11:19 left in the second half. Carson-Newman holds a 55-52 lead on the Coker Cobras. Eagles need this result to hold to have a shot at making the South Atlantic Conference Tournament Championship. Also need Wingate to come back and beat Limestone. Coker front court. Bangura runs the middle of the lane and throws it down after a nice baseline feed from Jordan Jones. Cobras down 1, 55-54 at the 11-minute mark in the second half. Carson-Newman with it front court. Dyer over to Thomas, right point. Needs Brennigan on the right wing. Left around the screen to the head of the key. Drop it off Bowen's left point for Brennigan on the left wing. Brennigan left around the Bowen's screen. Crossover, kick it, right corner, Dyer. 8 and 7 to shoot. High post, Thomas, right hand, floater, won't fall. Whistle foul, battling for the board. It's on Dyer. Officials see a shove on Wren. He gets charged his second, team's 6th. So the ball back to the Cobras, who have a chance to retake the lead on this possession. 10:33 to go in the second half. Carson-Newman 55, Coker 54. 10:27 to go in the second stanza. Maldoni at the head of the key. Gets it to the right wing, Bangura. Bangura back up top for Jones. Right-hand dribbles, accelerates down to the right block, lays it up. It was tipped away and tipped out of bounds. Last touched by whom? Kenny Pate. An official confer. It's Carson-Newman ball. We'll see whether that's scored a turnover or a shot and a block. Regardless, it's Carson-Newman rock. Give Bryant Thomas a block on the Jones layup. Eagle ball. Leading by 1. Both teams shooting better than 55% from the field after halftime. Bryant Thomas head of the key. Thomas twirls and hits Dyer left wing. Dyer, bounce feed Bowens left baseline. Bowens, hop step into the lane, drop it off Thomas. Tumbling to the surface, out of bounds, Coker ball. Pass led Thomas just a touch too far. Kenny Pate telling Jared Merrill that, hey, you were on the floor. I've warned you twice now. So Coker ball. after all of that. Eagles turn it over for a 9th time today and a 6th time this half. Coker hasn't turned it over this half. Jones at the head of the key. Flips it into the right corner of Mulkey. High hand there for Rendire at the base of the zone. Mulkey, right baseline, drives, bounces. Right of the lane, Bangura lays it up. Thomas erases it. Mulkey saves it in on the right corner, but to Rendire. Eagles get the stop, maintain a 1-point lead with 9:25 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman front court. Bowens, head of the key. Bowens, one right-hand dribble, hits Nick Brennigan. Right wing, deep three, back iron, bends, no. Rebound tapped into Carson-Newman's bench by a Cobra, and it stays with the Eagles. Carson-Newman hasn't scored in more than 2 minutes, but the Eagles have maintained the lead. Carson-Newman turning it over a couple times in the last 2.5 minutes. Still 6 of 10 from the field after halftime. Bowens, head of the key. Dribbles and hands off to Brennigan, right wing, and a reach called on Jalen Ray as he was shooting in. 3rd on Ray, 7th on the Cobras. Free throws for Carson-Newman, and a chance to break this 2.5-minute scoring drought. 5:02 to play in the second half. Limestone is now ahead by 6, 63-57. After Wingate cut it to 4. Carson-Newman needs the Bulldogs to rally as Brennigan sinks the front end of the 1-and-1 to earn the second and give Carson-Newman a 56-54 lead. One more free throw for Nick Brennigan. Second free throw, that's good as well. 3-point lead for Carson-Newman, 57-54, 9:05 to play in the second half. Cobras onto the offensive end. Right wing, Mulkey, 3, rims out, front side. Nick Brennigan the rebound, gets it to his older brother Luke over the left side of the timeline. Brennigan accelerates, middle of the lane, chucks it up with the right hand, missed it. Thomas offensive rebound, turns, right hand bunny won't fall, but a whistle and a foul. Bryant Thomas earns free throws thanks to the harm on Bangura. His first, team's 8th. Thomas to the line for free throws. Cobras haven't scored in 2.5 minutes. Eagles haven't hit a shot from the field in 3 minutes. Carson-Newman's gotten to the line some as Thomas rims out the first free throw to the left, no good. One more free throw for Bryant Thomas. Camden McElhaney enters, Tyler Bowens exits. Mahimi Kabaya is set to check in for the shooter Thomas if he can give the Eagles a 4-point lead, and he does. Thomas calmly strokes the second free throw. Eagles 58, Coker 54 with 8:43 to go in the second half. Coker onto the offensive end. Left corner, Mulkey. He pulls from deep. Airballed it. Battle for the rebound. Grabbed by Askin, but a whistle and a foul on Ren Dyer, and that's his 3rd, the team's 7th. So free throws for the Cobras. So send Askin to the line. Free throws a bit of a collector's item for him this season. Just 16 attempts on the year. He's made 9, make it 10. So Coker stops the 2.5-minute scoring drought. Neither team has hit a shot from the field in at least 2.5 minutes. Eagles 58, Coker 55 with 8:29 to play in the second half. One more free throw for William Askin. Freshman sizes up the basket. The righty sinks the second free throw, nothing but nylon. 2-point lead for the Eagles. 58-56 with 8:25 to go in the second half. Brennigan front court. Holds it with his right hand to the head of the key. Gets it to McElhaney right point. Back over to Dyer left wing. For Nick Brennigan up top, around to the right corner for McElhaney. Finds Dyer cutting to the cup. Right block, jumper, falls. Ren Dyer has 14 points. That stops a 3-minute, 30-second field goal drought for the Eagles and puts them up 4. 60-56 with 7:58 to go in the second half. Coker front court. Ray, left block, backing down Kabaya. 3 in the key called on Ray. That is the first time this season we've seen 3 in the key called. Only took it to game 28. 7:52 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 60. Coker 56. Eagles trying to hold on at home on senior day against the Cobras here on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
7:52 left in the second half, and Carson-Newman has a 60-56 lead on Coker. Limestone's lead has been cut to 6 by Wingate, 65-59, 3:42 left in the second half. Limestone's led pretty much wire to wire in that one. Eagles need the Bulldogs to rally and beat the Saints, and then beat Coker here in Holt to make the SAC tournament. See if those things can happen for the Eagles' benefit. Carson-Newman has the ball front court. Luke Brennigan between the rings, dribbles over to the right wing, stops and hits McElhaney head of the key. Over to Nick Brennigan, left wing. Bounce it down to Thomas, left block. Spins left, shoots with the right hand, rims out, won't drop, but a whistle and a foul. And that's on Askin. And that should be his 5th. So Askin is done. Team's 9th. Bryant Thomas to the free throw line. So Askin's day is done. And in comes Mahmoud Bangura to replace Askin, who is fouled out in 12 minutes. Well, Bangura came in. So does Marvin Brumfield. He replaces Jalen Ray. Thomas at the stripe to shoot 2. And he calmly connects on the first. 7 points for Bryant Thomas. BT sizes up the second, spins that one in as well. 62-56, Eagles by 6. Coker hasn't made a shot from the field in the last 3.5 minutes. They've missed 4 in a row. Got some points at the charity stripe in the interim. But a 3.5-minute field goal drought for the Cobras. Jordan Jones tries to stop it, drives inside and draws a blocking foul on Bryant Thomas. He missed the layup. BT was set up flat foot, collects his second, team's 8th. Jones shaken up on the play. He landed awkwardly. So the Coker Sports Medicine staff will tend to Jones, and we'll await these Coker free throws. Jones helped to his feet, and he is walking under his own power and appears no worse for wear. Is he well enough to shoot the free throws? Jared Merrill conferring with the officiating crew. Entirely certain what Jared Merrill is discussing here. But we've got 2 Jordan Jones free throws awaiting once the discussion has reached its conclusion. Chuck Benson wants to know, hey, what are we doing? Justifiably so. Conversation's a touch too far away from me to determine what it's about. And Jared Merrill is going to burn his timeout, so we'll step aside for a break as well. 7:15 to play in the second half. 62-56. Eagles by 6. Coker free throws. When we come back to Holt Fieldhouse after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
$7:15 to go in the second half. Carson-Newman leads Coker 62-56. And Jordan Jones is at the line, shooting 2 free throws for the Coker Cobras. Jones, the southpaw, sends up the first and sinks it. Pulls Coker within 5, 62-57. Second free throw for Jones. Flips it up. That one's in as well. 2-2 trip for Jones. He's a perfect 4-4 at the stripe on the day. Coker gets in its press as the Eagles lead by 4 with 7:08 to play in the second half. Brannigan across the timeline with 2 seconds to spare with a pass to McElhaney. Eagles set up shop. Half court, 3-quarter. 3 from Nick Brannigan is in. Nick Brannigan from the left corner drills his second 3 of the day. He has a game-high 17. Back to a 6-point lead for Carson-Newman. Or a 7-point lead for Carson-Newman. 65-58. Cobras front court. Right wing, here's a triple. Mulkey wants the answer. Halfway down and out. Offensive board for Brumfield. Missed that. Put back, no. Brannigan the rebound. Eagles bring it from right to left. Ren Dyer to the head of the key. Accelerating to the bucket. Went for the jam. Couldn't flush it home. Brumfield did enough to alter it. Jones on the hot front court for the Cobras. Hurls up a shot. Can't get it to fall. And a whistle and a foul. Charge it to Nick Brannigan. His first, team's 9th. And free throws here for Jordan Jones. Jones trying to keep Coker in it at the stripe. He converts the first. Coker hasn't made a shot from the field in 4 minutes and 43 seconds, but the Cobras have hit 9 of 13 second-half threes. Conference with the officials, that Brannigan shot from the corner was ruled a 2. Second free throw is in, and it's a 64-60 lead for Carson-Newman with 6:18 to go in the second half. Eagles by 4, Carson-Newman front court. Luke Brannigan, left wing, open look from deep, takes it, can't make it. McElhaney offensive board, puts it back left side, that won't drop. Rebound batted around, Ray corrals left of the lane for Coker. Coker brings it left to right, down by 4, 6-minute mark, second half. Coker has missed its last 6 shots from the field, but has gotten to the free throw line plenty. Jones, head of the key, high hand there, Luke Brannigan, drives on him, dishes right baseline, Ray, teardrop up, right hand, rims out. That was halfway down and popped out. Dyer the rebound, gets it to Brannigan up the left sideline. Carson-Newman front court. Nick Brannigan, right corner, catch 3, spins out left side. Maldoney the rebound for Coker. Coker 5 minutes without a field goal. One of their last 10 from the field, but 11 of 15 at the line to aid through the field goal drought. Coker down by 4. Right point, a bounce, right corner, Maldoney. Look from deep, front iron, no. Brannigan the rebound at the foul line for Carson-Newman. Cian brings it from right to left. Dyer, left wing with the rock. Between the legs, dribble, hands off Nick Brannigan, left wing. Brannigan accelerates into the lane, gets to the right block, right hand floater. Doesn't fall, but you got a whistle and a foul away from the basketball. Bryant Thomas called for a moving screen. his third and the team's 10th. 42 seconds left in the second half in Gaffney. Limestone leads Wingate 72-66. And Limestone has the ball with Wingate fouling. So the Eagles' tournament hopes on life support with that game where it is right now, regardless of the outcome of this one. Coker with it front court. Jones into the right corner, baseline drive, taking it in. Thomas rejects Ray. Met him at the summit and turned him aside. He's 8th all-time in sack history with 192 blocks now. Brennigan misses a layup on the other end. Coker corrals the rebound. Cobras sprint front court. Right wing, Maldoni hunting the transition three. Puts it up, right point, rims out front side. Dyer the board. Coker hasn't made a shot from the field in more than 5.5 minutes. Eagles really haven't been able to take advantage, though. They're just 8 of 17 from the field in the second half. Dyer accelerating, bounce feed inside, Pilford. A steal by Bangura. Ahead to Ray running the lane. Goes up, lays it in, it toilet bowls around and falls through. Coker's first made field goal in 6 minutes. And this brings us to a break in the action. 4-minute mark, second half. Carson-Newman 64, Coker 62. Eagles haven't scored in nearly 3 minutes. Carson-Newman trying to find some offense late here on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave.
Limestone holds on. It's the Saints who will be tournament bound and not Carson-Newman. Eagle ball out of the break. Carson-Newman hasn't scored in 3 minutes. Brennigan over the timeline, right side, dribbles it front court to the right wing. Picked up by Maldoni. To McElhaney around the Browder right wing. Browder sizes up a three, takes it, and swishes it. Jack Browder from distance. He's got 8. And a great way to stop Carson-Newman's 3-minute scoring drought. Eagles back up by 5, 67-62, with 3:30 to play in the second half. Coker with it left to right. Navy blue road jerseys. Jones, right corner. Step back, long two from 17. Missed it off the left side of the rim. Thomas squares up for his 9th rebound. Gets it to Luke Brennigan, sprinting front court. Brennigan pumps the brakes right wing, stops, passes McElhaney between the circles. 20 to shoot. Over to the left corner, Nick Brennigan. Brennigan right around a McElhaney screen. Stops. Looks to pass. Finds McElhaney between the rings. 10 to shoot. Over to Luke, right wing. 7 and 6. 5 and 4. Luke Brennigan left to the head of the key. 3-2. Brennigan down to the left block. Lays it up. It's erased out of bounds by Bangura. And a shot clock violation on Carson-Newman. 2:47 to play second half. Carson-Newman 67. Coker 62. 10 seconds left in Gaffney. Limestone leads by 6 with the basketball. Eagles need the Saints to somehow lose that one, although the math not starting to add up. 15 to shoot for Coker. Trailing by 5. Maldoni, left wing. Drives left baseline, reverse layup, pumps, lays it up, missed it. Rebound pings around, grabbed by Ray. Second chance, Coker. Left wing, Jordan. Jones resets, 14 to shoot. The Eagles spread out their zone, 10-9. Over to the right wing for Tate Mulkey. Coker down 5. 5 seconds to get a shot off. Mulkey driving inside, chucks one up, misses everything. Brennigan the rebound. Up the left sideline, Jack Browder. Weaves his way, right wing, Luke Brennigan, catch 3, airballed it. Rebound pings out of bounds off Bryant Thomas. And back to Coker. And Jared Merrill wants to take. Jared Merrill takes his full timeout. So a minute 54 left in the second half. Carson-Newman 67 and Coker 62. Well, this unfortunately will be it for Carson-Newman. Limestone holds on to beat Wingate 76-69, and that eliminates Carson-Newman from tournament contention. Coker is now in regardless of the outcome of this game. UVA Wise has thumped Lenore-Rhine 90-68. So Coker will be the 4 seed out of the Piedmont division with a conference record that, if this result holds, is going to be 2 games back of Carson-Newman. So certainly some frustration for the Eagles. The divisional alignment certainly not working out in Carson-Newman's favor this season, where it's so weird that the division record really, it's a hill of beans. It's not factored into a tiebreaker. It's nothing. It's your conference record. And the division record's not even a tiebreaker. It's just a thing. The Eagles are game clear of Limestone in that. But because Limestone beat Tusculum and the Eagles didn't, the Saints are bound for the SAC tournament, and Carson-Newman will see its season in today, regardless of whether they win or not. Coker front court. Jones on the right block. Flips it out to the right point for Maldoni. Maldoni down to the left block. Turns. Hits Mulkey left wing. Mulkey spins around to the free throw line. Pumps. Up and under move. Now fades. 15-footer. Bounces out left side. Bryant Thomas has his 10th rebound. And the Eagles bring it right to left with a 5-point lead in hand and 80 seconds left. Brennigan across the timeline. Leaps, passes, hits Browder left baseline. One dribble, spins, right hand, hook, back iron, no. Browder follows his own shot, missed it. Third time, the charm. Does it count? Let's see. Count the foul on Bangura. And no, the basket does not count. He was fouled on the second shot attempt, not the third that he made. So Browder misses the first free throw. Front iron. 68 seconds left. Eagles haven't scored in 2 minutes. Neither team has scored in 2 minutes. 67-62. Carson-Newman trying to stretch it back to 6. Jack Browder. Second free throw. Rattles it in. 6-point lead for the Eagles with 68 seconds left. Foul was on Bangura. His second, and the team's 10th, by the way. 68-62 Eagles, 60 seconds left. Coker front court. Left corner for Brumfield. Around the horn it goes to the right wing for Maldoni. Finds Jones in the right corner. Drives the baseline. Bounces it to the right of the lane, and a whistle and a foul on Bryant Thomas, presumably. Reaching in on Bangura. It's a 4th personal on BT. 11th team foul on the Eagles.
That's his third.
Coker hasn't scored in 3 minutes. And Mahmoud Bangura will try to stop that at the charity stripe. He's 2 for 6 at the line today. Eagles have kept Coker to 7 of 27% shooting after halftime. Bangura knocks down the first free throw. 4-point game. 68-64. One more free throw for Mahmoud Bangura. As McElhaney exits, John Zhao enters. Flip the second one up. Flip it in. 4-point game. 68-64 Carson-Newman with 46 seconds left in the second half. Eagles trying to close the season on a positive note. as Luke Brennigan gets trapped in the backcourt and fouled with 43 seconds left. Charge the foul to Maldoni, his first, team's 11th. So Brennigan to the stripe to shoot a pair. Brennigan, first free throw on the way. Bins off front side, no good. It was still always going to be a two-possession game. But now the best that Luke Brennigan can do is a 5-point game. Second free throw. Missed it long off the back iron. 4-point game. Luke Brennigan hasn't missed both sides of a free throw much this season, if at all. Cobras front court. Jones twirling around. Hits a right baseline J. Clock did not initially stop. Coker's down 2 with 33 seconds left. They say put 34.6 on the clock. Carson-Newman has the ball, leading by 2 with 34.6 seconds left. Shot clock is at 30, obviously. 4.6 second differential. Shot clock to game clock. It'll be interesting here if Coker decides to foul. And the Eagles with 3 timeouts left. Arrow favors Coker right now. Jack Browder triggers into Nick Brennigan. Brennigan harassed in the backcourt. Trap bounces to Luke. Luke races over the timeline, center court. Peels it out. And now Coker says, hey, it's time to foul. Nick Brennigan dribbling around still, and he's finally hugged by Bangura with 20 seconds left. It's a third personal on Bangura. 12th team foul on the Cobras. 2 free throws here for Nick Brennigan. First free throw for Nick is in. 3-point game. He can make it a 2-possession lead with a second. Second free throw for Nick Brennigan. A chance to extend it to a 4-point game with 20 seconds left. Second one. Bins in. Jared Merrill will burn his final timeout. 2-possession lead for Carson-Newman, 70-66. This is the end of the line for Carson-Newman today, thanks to Limestone holding serve on Senior Day against Wingate in a 76-69 decision over the Bulldogs. Carson-Newman trying to finish off the year with a 3-game winning streak after struggling for those 6 weeks where it won 1 game and 12 tries. And after a 10-2 start, that's the reason that Carson-Newman will miss the SAC tournament this year. Of course, if it was the old format, you just take your conference record. The Eagles are the 6th seed. Carson-Newman has the so weird how the league set it up. The conference record being the number 1 indicator is not equitable, given how schedules align. It should be the division record, and if it were that, Carson-Newman would already be the 4 seed today. They need to maybe win to have the tiebreaker over Limestone if you go by conference record. Jones driving the left side of the lane. He lays it in with 12 seconds left. They put 13.4 on the clock. Coker within 2, 70-68. And now Chuck Benson is going to burn a timeout with 13.4 left. So Coker extending this game. Eagles have limited the Cobras to 31% shooting after halftime, and Carson-Newman plus 19 on the glass. Eagles have only shot 39% from the field. They've got 18 offensive rebounds and a 15-4 advantage in second chance points. That's the difference maker here today. Can Carson-Newman hang on? Eagles 70, Coker 68. Coker is in the SAC tournament regardless of this outcome by virtue of a 90-68 win over UVA Wise. Browder, Zhao, the Brennigans, and Bryant Thomas on the floor for Carson-Newman. Coker with Jones, Maldoni, Mulkey, Ray, and Bangura. Jack Browder getting instructions from Kenny Pate. He will inbound on the right side of the baseline, and he can run the baseline. Triggers into Nick Brennigan, and he is promptly fouled by Jalen Ray. So a full second comes off. Ray gets his fourth. The team's 13th. And 2 free throws here for Nick Brennigan. 12.4 seconds to play in the second half. Nick Brennigan trying to make it a 2-possession lead again at the line. And Brennigan misses the first. It's the third missed free throw here in the final 5 minutes for Carson-Newman. So at best he can make it a 3-point game. Lines it up, converts that one. 3-point lead for the Eagles, 71-68, 12.4 seconds left. Jones gets the ball in his hands, bringing it across the timeline, 10-9. And Nick Brennigan promptly fouls Jones between the rings with 9 seconds left. Nick Brennigan with his second, team's 12th. Carson-Newman does not want Coker to have a chance to make a game-tying 3. Chuck Benson has always said final seconds. If Carson-Newman's ahead by 3, I'm fouling. Send Jordan Jones to the line. He's been really good at the stripe today, and he gets the roll with this one. 2-point game, 71-69. Jones a perfect 7 of 7 at the charity stripe. 71-69. Carson-Newman leads by 2. 9 seconds left. Second free throw for Jones. Southpaw sends it up. Missed it off to the right. Nick Brennigan lost the rebound. Layup by Maldoni. Blocked by Thomas. He rejects another one. Kick out 3. Mulkey fouled in the act of shooting with 0.8 seconds left. A crazy sequence. And now Mulkey is going to have 3 free throws and a chance to win it with 0.9 seconds left. 0.8 seconds left. 2 blocks by Bryant Thomas. A kick out 3 with 0.8 seconds left. Mulkey, 65% free throw shooter this season. 30 of 46 at the line. 1.2 on the clock. The foul was on Nick Brennigan, by the way, his third. Luke Brennigan calling for Holt Fieldhouse to get noisy. Mulkey needs to hit 2 or 3 to extend the game, 3 to win it. Comley converts the first. Eagles lead down to 1, 71-70. Mulkey, this is to time. Bends the knees, flips it up, rims out, no good. Best he can do is send it to OT. A miss, Eagles look to secure the rebound. Student section making noise. Mulkey to level it. Flips it up. Front iron, no! Thomas boards it! Buzzer! Ball game! Eagles, hang on! Final score, Carson-Newman prevails, 71-70. A late defensive stand and Bryant Thomas's 12th rebound sends CN out with a win. Mulkey needed to hit 2 or 3 to finish it and to send it to OT. He needed 3 to win it. He could only knock down 1. Carson-Newman prevails by a final score of 71-70. The Eagles exit 2023 stage right as winners. Camden McElhaney, Carson-Newman's players, heading over to the student section, thanking them for the late noise. Once again, the final score from inside a Holt Fieldhouse. Carson-Newman prevails 71-70 over the Coker Cobras. Domino's postgame report up next after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Grab a slice. Our coverage of CN Hoops continues with the Domino's postgame report on the Eagles Sports Network.
Since 1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owner's insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children, and grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's postgame report on the Eagles Sports Network.
The outlet to Nick Brennigan, racing to the rim, finger rolls it home with the right hand.
Your stats breakdown, a conversation with Chuck Benson, and player interviews are all headed your way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that service built. By the Aramark, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By the Tennessee National Guard, a generation of volunteers. By Food City, value every day. By Tri-Light, dream big with gig. By Quality Suites of Morristown, an official hotel of the Carson-Newman Eagles. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagle. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back on the Domino's postgame report as Carson-Newman prevails in its season finale, 71-70. The Eagles get the job done over the Coker Cobras. At the final seconds, goodness gracious, it was an entertaining finish. Carson-Newman fouled. Coker, as Chuck Benson's teams are always want to do, with a 3-point lead. And the opponent having the basketball fouled Coker and sent the Cobras to the free throw line. Jordan Jones, who had made his first 7 shots from the stripe today, made the first to make it a 2-point game, then missed the second. Coker was able to tip around the rebound. Bryant Thomas blocked 2 shots, but redirected the second one beyond the arc. Tate Mulkey got a look what I found 3 off and was fouled by Nick Brennigan in the act of shooting. Needed to hit 2 to extend the game. Could have hit 3 and won it, but he only made his first. He missed his second 2, and Carson-Newman closes the season as winners. Eagles will miss the South Atlantic Conference tournament. The Eagles miss out because of just how the league has structured things. Carson-Newman has what is the 7th best record in conference play. Carson-Newman has the 7th best record in conference play. But because they are tied with Limestone, and because the division record does not factor into any sort of tiebreaker, so your division record is largely irrelevant. Carson-Newman had a 1-game lead on Limestone for its division record. But because Carson-Newman at 8-10, Limestone at 8-10 in league play, finished tied. Carson-Newman was 0-2 against Tusculum, 2nd seed out of the Mountain Division. Limestone was 1-1. By that virtue, it's Limestone getting the nod over Carson-Newman for the final spot in the Mountain Division. All the more frustrating because you have Coker at 6-12, who is also going to make the league tournament as the final spot in the Piedmont Division. Both Carson-Newman and Limestone 2 games clear on the Cobras, Lenoir-Rhyne, and Anderson, who finished in that 3-way tie for 4th in the Piedmont Division. So Carson-Newman closes the season with a 3-game winning streak. That's the good, but certainly frustrating that Carson-Newman finds itself on the outside looking in for the South Atlantic Conference Tournament Championship. But, hey, you can also point to the fact that the Eagles won 1 game and 13 tries down the stretch of the start of 2023 in early February before finally finding some footing here late. Today against Coker, it was Carson-Newman doing it with defense and rebounding. Eagles were plus 17 on the glass. They out-rebounded the Cobras 47-30. Didn't have the best shooting night, just 39% from the field, but absolutely crushed it on the offensive glass. 18 offensive rebounds, back-to-back games for Carson-Newman where they have at least 18 offensive rebounds to close the year, and outscored Coker 16-5, in terms of second chance points. Coker had the hot hand early, could not buy a shot in the second half. Coker 9 of 31 from the field after halftime. Carson-Newman sends out Luke Brennigan as a winner with 15 points. He finishes his career with 1,115 points. And Ren Dyer had 14. Nick Brennigan a team-high 19. Future bright with him returning. Bryant Thomas, just so short of 1,000 points for his career. He had 8 today, finishes his career with 950 points, and does go out with an 11-rebound day for Carson-Newman. So the Eagles beat Coker 71-70 here on Senior Day. Unfortunately, the other things that Carson-Newman needed to align in their favor, namely Wingate beating Limestone, that did not happen today. And so Carson-Newman misses out on the South Atlantic Conference Tournament Championship. Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, this one no doubt bittersweet. Turn it on, win 3 straight games, find that footing, but because of how the conference is structured, the new divisional alignment, you've got the tied for the 7th best record in the league, but you miss out on the South Atlantic Conference Tournament. Can you define the swirling cauldron of emotions, no doubt, that you and this team are going through right now?
Okay. I don't care about the South Atlantic Conference. The office, I don't care. What I care about is Luke Brennigan, Bryant Thomas, and Devon Hodges. So I don't want to talk about anything other than those guys and this team.
Sold.
And, we'll let those wiser, stately heads discuss South Atlantic Conference things. But as you said, there is a lot of emotion, but it's about understand. For me, it's about understanding that another good thing has come to an end. And as they say, all good things must come to an end, Cav. So I was savoring the experience with these guys, and I was just telling them, like, the accomplishments that they've been a part of. Those three guys, I mean, they've won a lot more than they've lost. They've won a championship. They got a chance to defend that championship and won a tournament runner-up spot. They've made the NCAA tournament. They've done a whole lot, man, and it's in a team capacity. Individually, BT's one of the greatest defenders ever played in this league. Luke's in that rare era of top scorers in the history of this program. All have already got their undergrad degrees. All are pursuing and will be concluding their post-grad degrees. And just knowing that our time's over, man, is difficult. A lot of emotion in the locker room, and it gives me a chance today and tomorrow to sort of reflect and think about the positive times with these guys, and looking forward to that relationship changing. It's been player-coach, and I can see, like with some other players here, our relationship going on to be more of a friendship, and I just look forward to seeing them as they leave here and what they're going to accomplish.
Crazy game, this one. Coker had the hot hand early.
Yep.
Was shooting better than 55% for much of the first half. Cooled off second half. You limited them to 29% shooting, and really came down to this one being a free throw shooting contest late. But you got the stop on a crazy finish to seal the win. You did what Chuck Benson coach teams always do with a 3-point lead in the final seconds. You fouled. Got two Bryant Thomas shot blocks, but one of which created a 3-point attempt for the Cobras. A foul, 3 free throws, needed to hit 2 to extend the game, only hit 1, and Bryant Thomas secures his 11th rebound to seal the win. Well, dissect the finish, the crazy finish in this one.
Well, I'm looking forward to looking at the tape. The officials have a really difficult job, and from my angle, it looked like the young man that took the shot flopped, but we've seen, you and I both seen, it's if you want to see an epic clown show, what the NCAA has done this year with making such a big deal about the flopping situation, and there's been more flops that are undealt with this year than ever before, in my opinion. So I want to look at that. I know they've got a difficult job, and I may be like, you know what, there wasn't a flop, but I'm standing right in the direct line between the kid, and it really clearly looked like that. We had just addressed that in the huddle to, if they shoot an uncontested one, fine, we're just not going to give them a chance to get an N1 or whatever. But the reality is our guys fought and scrapped, and that was against a Coker team that was really, really hungry. If they win today, they're in the conference tournament. So
they're still in because Wise beat LR. So
there you go.
Coker is
good for Coker
bound.
There you go. Well, good for them because they played hard, man, and this can be something sort of bitter. It can be something good. They lose today, but they're still in, and we win today and we're out. So it was a wild sort of finish, but we were able to find a way to get a win, and I love that, obviously.
Really, what defines your seniors was on display today, and especially Bryant Thomas.
Yeah.
A 5-shot block game to finish off his career. That puts him at 194 for his career, and in firm place of 8th in all time in the SAC and for all-time history. What's he meant to this program over the last 4 years?
Well, I mean, he came in here as a guy that hadn't really done a whole lot in college yet, and he did a whole lot while he was here. Anchored a program that's been always taking great pride defensively, but as I've said, if I could somehow another clone Bryant Thomas or sign him to a lifetime contract, I would do it because he is the standard for what I want from that middle person in our defense, and that has nothing. I mean, that doesn't even explain how much he developed as an offensive threat as well. I think he was pushing that 1,000-point mark himself, fell a little bit short, but he did what we'd hoped he'd do, and then some, man. And he's just such a great success story from where he's come from to where he's at now, and I look forward to watching his life unfold.
Luke Brennigan, what can you say about that guy? 224 career threes. He knocks down 2 more today, and exits with 3 more assists. Instrumental in running your offense today as much as any other day.
he and I've just always had this really good, strong bond relationship, and you know, oh man, you know, I just, you know, I just like that dude. I just like him, man. I like his approach. I like his sort of his attitude, his sacrifice, his confidence. You know, he's been a part of so many good things, and I'm obviously gonna miss him as a player. You know, he had a lot on his plate this year, man. Last year it was a lot easier because he and Trip Davis could sort of work together and split some. This year there was no such beast, and he had to carry a double portion. But he did an outstanding job with that. And, yeah, I mean, I'm going to miss him being the point guard that I've loved for the last several years. And I'm just going to miss him, man. You have different kind of relationships with all these guys, you know, and he's just a guy that I'm going to miss having around here. Thank goodness I've got his little brother for another couple of years. I mean, is there any more Brendagans out there? I'd take one. I'll take another Brendagan. Just tell me, where is he? Find him, Kev. But I just know that Luke Brendagan is going to be a very successful man, and I'm looking forward to seeing how life unfolds for him.
We wrap things up. Ivan Hadjic didn't see the floor today, but especially last year, not as much. Came in some massive spots, battled through back injuries. But I think of the Catawba game a year ago.
Don't win it without him.
Yeah.
Don't win it without him. No, I mean, Ivan, we've always said that about
it's Ivan.
You say Ivan, I say Ivan.
Go watch the roster video.
Potato.
Ivan Hadjic.
Well, he'll always be my beloved Ivan, just like my beloved Dima. And, you know, and I've spent a lot of time with Ivan in some different ways. You know, he's an international guy that spent a lot of time in the States year-round and has become a sort of an extended family member for us, spends Christmas with us. I mean, so we are thankful for what he's brought. And, yeah, he was important in some really big games in his time and has ever bit as much of value in some different areas even where BT might be more valuable in one and Luke might be in another. Ivan is in another area, and looking forward to seeing his progression. I know he's got some really big goals related to strength training and performance, and I know he's going to be successful. He's a really smart dude, really hungry, and you know, just for the record, Cav, he always has a place to go for Christmas. He knows that. But he always has a place to go at my house for Christmas. Go and put that there now.
Wrap up the chat about Coker. Rebounding was really on display today. Didn't shoot the ball out all that well, 39% from the field, but 18 offensive rebounds. You closed this season with your two highest offensive rebounding totals of the year. 19 against the Wasps on Wednesday, 18 here today. Outscored the Snakes 15-5 in second chance points. What's that say about the stick-to-itiveness of this club?
Resilient, man. Resilient. These guys took a lot of punches, man, in January and February, but they finished like winners. And I didn't expect any less, man. I mean, a lot of these guys have been champions. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't expect us to suddenly go from being champions and winners to being losers. And we demonstrated we're not that. So I'm proud for what they showed today. But I knew Coker was going to bring it. I knew they were going to be hungry. I knew they were going to be determined, and they were. But our guys just had a little bit more fight to them, and it was very much on display.
Break for the offseason at this point. What's there to do over the next 6 months or whatever it is to get ready for 23-24?
Well, first of all, per NCAA requirements, we got to sort of sit tight for a couple of weeks before we can start doing things with our players. But now the big thing is to strategize with our staff to figure out what we got to do with the returning players to help them grow and evolve. And then we've got to identify some other new pieces to bring on board, and that's sort of a slower kind of pace and process. But thank goodness I've got a great staff, and specifically KT Carter being the recruiting coordinator. He will identify and evaluate, and then we'll recruit guys that we feel like fit our program and our institution. And so I look forward to right now. Obviously, we're closing this chapter or closing this book. This book for the season, and at some point there'll be a really excitement with sort of a new book to start. But right now, man, I'm in reflection mode, and I really want to just think about the experience we've had with this team and with these individuals. Like I said, they come and go. I stay right here. They come and go, and I stay here. You know, and that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to be. But this has been a very special class, and I just want to think back to some of those good times the next couple of days, and then we'll start moving forward after I've had a chance to sort of recover and our staff recover and think about the future.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Thanks for the time all year long.
Cavi, I'll say it like I always say it. You are absolutely the best. We are unbelievably fortunate. I'm expecting any moment for you to just be called on to something else. But thank the Lord above that you stay here with us and bring the best coverage calls at any level. And I mean that. Like you know how I am. You know I've had these talks. I'm not just handing out praise for me and your buddies anyway. But I'm saying this because this is the facts.
Well, it's great that you say those things because I've spent the year insulting you as we started our post-game interviews. Literally every post-game interview except this one, I've started with Chuck Benson has a favorite child or something like that. And I think it's appropriate that I close to really hammer home how great you think I am.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And I've had this one in the back pocket for about 2 months now.
This might be sort of spicy.
Yeah. This is directly for your wife, Tab.
Okay.
Tab. You know that lovely dog that you guys have? Before Christmas, Chuck pulled me into his office and actively tried to get me to counsel him into not getting the dog. And what did I do? I looked at you and said, Chuck, you fool. Get that family that dog.
You know what you've done now? You've exposed me.
I have. You deserve to be exposed.
This
has been brewing since about December, 10th?
The work I'll have to do to redeem myself after this expose, I don't even want to think about it right now.
All right. Yeah.
But guilty as charged. I am guilty as charged.
Good. Go deal with the fallout from
Yes.
that. Chuck, thanks for the time and the fun all year long.
Thanks, Gabby.
That is Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. We come back, wrap things up on the Domino's postgame report after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
Miss out on tonight's postgame interviews? Check cneagles.com for stats, recaps, and videos from tonight's games. We close out the Domino's postgame report in 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
right, back on the Domino's postgame report. Adam Cavalier alongside senior center Bryant Thomas. Bryant, you closed your career doing what you've done best, rejecting shots. 2 denials in the final seconds. 5 for the game, 194 for your career. You hear that stuff. What's it mean to you, and to finish with a win?
That's all a part of our identity. I know that's big part of my game. CB tells me to come out and be the best defender on the court, and I feel like when I hear those numbers, I feel like that's what kind of like what I'm supposed to do every single night.
Defense was on display, especially in the second half. Limit Coker to 29% shooting after halftime. What did you do to clamp down on the Snakes?
They was getting a lot of inside scores the first half. So coming out in the second half, we know we had to limit that. We got to raise our intensity because most of their points was coming in from the inside, and I feel like we just clamped down on our defense.
Won a title, played in an NCAA tournament. What's this group, Luke Brennigan, Ivan Hodgic, meant to you?
Oh, man, they meant so much. They're one of our leaders, senior leaders this year. We just had to lead some of our young guys and lead the other juniors, sophomores we had on our team to to strive for greatness, to back up. We came off a championship, and we went back-to-back, ended up losing to Queens. And we just knew that we just had to lead our team this year, just be that senior Corvettes and lead these young guys.
What do you hope this team takes away from your senior leadership moving to the next season?
Just staying resilient. This year we just had a lot of ups and downs. Started the season out strong. Going into the second semester, we had a little slump, trying to fight, losing a few games. But I feel like we just finished out these last 3 games as a team that we needed to be this whole year. But just really teaching these young guys that just staying resilient, and everything's not going to come easy. We're going to have a few slumps, but we just got to fight through.
BT, thanks for the time. Congrats on the stellar career.
Thank you.
That is senior center Bryant Thomas. He has our AEC electrifying play of the day with his 2 rejections on Coker's final possession. That's our AEC electrifying play of the game. Make the right call for energy efficiency and score big savings today. Contact AEC. They are your trusted energy partner. AEC, powering the Carson-Newman Eagles, Mossy Creek, and your life. After all, you're not just a utility customer. You are a co-op member. Carson-Newman beats Coker 71-70. We continue on the Domino's postgame report. Adam Cavalier alongside senior guard Luke Brennigan. Luke, go out with a 3-game win streak. Suppose that's the glass half full look for the outcome of this season. A final game and a tight one. A riveting finish. What'd you see out of this team gritting out one over a gritty Coker team?
Yep. Feels good. After the semester, feels amazing to come out and win. Took care of the ball really well, and then defended at an elite level in the second half.
It felt like what this team has done well of late was really on display offensive rebounding. 18. So you finished the season 37 offensive boards in your last 2 games. What was the key to smashing the glass against the Cobras?
We knew going in that they were the worst team in the conference on the glass, -10 margin. So we knew an emphasis going in was to crash as hard as we could and get as many looks as we can. It was just one of our musts that we needed to do, and we did it really well.
You conclude your career 4th all-time for career threes made, 1,115 career points, so that goes down as 35th most all-time. What do you feel like the mark that you left on this program is?
That's a tough question. I don't know.
You're welcome. Glad to finish strong.
I don't know. I just hope I left a good path for the players that we have right now. I mean, I hope that they could learn from me and see the way I would go about business every day and carry that over. I mean, I had a decently successful career, and I hope that they could learn from that. I'm not trying to
touch understated.
Yeah, I mean, I just hope that I paved a path for the people behind me right now that they could look up to day in and day out.
What do you hope this group, little brother included, learns from you, BT, and Yvonne?
I really hope that they learn from what we went through this second semester. I really hope that they learn that we have the potential. They have the potential coming back next year to be one of the best teams in this league, and that they can't take it for granted. Winning's not on a continuum. They got to come in and work every day and understand that winners do winning things before they win. So they have to do that every single day next year to be back to where we want to be.
Luke, thanks for the time. Pleasure as always.
Love you, Kevy.
Love you too, brother.
Yep.
That is senior guard Luke Brennigan here on the Domino's postgame report. Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. So when you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Whether you're a student looking for a late-night snack or just out to eat with your coworkers, Domino's has a deal for you. Get a large one-topping pie for $5.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's, it is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. We wrap up here on the Domino's post-game report. Final senior to the microphone, Ivan Hodgic. Ivan, big things ahead for you, no doubt, in the strength and conditioning world.
Yes, sir.
Arguably the Carson-Newman football team's favorite men's basketball player for what you do in the weight room. It's been an odd journey for you. Back injuries throughout much of your career here, but ready when called upon, especially last season, I think, to the double-digit game at Catawba. What do you hope defined your time here on the banks of Mossy Creek?
Oh, man. I truly don't know what to say, man. I'm so grateful to be part of this team last 3 years. Great group of guys. I'm grateful enough to call them brothers. They helped me a lot get through hard times last year. I appreciate CB a lot. Everybody know how good of a man he is, how influential he is, and oh man, I don't know what to say, man. It's hard. It's hard. I'm sad that I'm leaving. I know I'm gonna be around still. I'm gonna be on campus, but it's not gonna be the same watching the game from the stands and being on the bench.
I somewhat dispute the watch the game from the stands statement because of what you've done in the weight room. It feels like there might be something in the future on down the road, but whether here or elsewhere, where you're involved. What speaks to you about strength and conditioning? Why is it important to you?
I mean, that's really what I want to do for the rest of my life, honestly. I really got into it when I got to Carson-Newman. Ryan and TJ and Jeff really got me into it. And I actually loved it, as much as I didn't have a lot of playing time and stuff. I had more time to spend in the weight room and actually study and learn the parts of that world. So I'm excited, man. I'm glad I'll be here working with Ryan and Jeff, working with football dudes, and whatever teams I get next year, and I'm excited about that part.
You, BT, Luke, obviously leave a mark on this program. What do you hope to pass along to those who follow you?
Just to work hard, man. Work ethics. I hope they were watching and took some notes about work ethics and how to take care of yourself whenever you're not playing or whenever things not going your way. So just keep working, keep loving each other, keep celebrating each other, play together. I really have no doubt that the upcoming group of guys will do great. Like I say, great group of guys, smart dudes, and CB gonna take care of them next year.
Ivan, thanks for the time. Pleasure.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Senior forward Ivan Hodgic here on the Domino's postgame report. So Carson-Newman gets the job done against Coker, 71-70. Eagles finish the year at 14-14 and 8-10 in South Atlantic Conference play, but narrowly miss out on the South Atlantic Conference tournament by virtue of losing the tiebreaker with the Limestone Saints. Thank you all year long for joining us here on the Eagle Sports Network, and our fantastic crew, Skip Roberts running the show back inside of network control, our replay operator and director, Danny Wazorek and Ian Johnson, and our camera crew today. It was Rick Gentahome, Manon Campagna, Linda Underbach, and Molly Buckwitz, for everybody who has done work for the Eagle Sports Network. Thank you so much for the efforts that you've given us providing quality content over the year. Fortunately, basketball season isn't quite done yet. Carson-Newman's women in the SAC tournament, they host Anderson here on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Michael Watrang will be on the air at 6:45. Our next presentation of Carson-Newman Athletics, it's actually still ongoing. Bottom of the 7th inning, Carson-Newman and 17th ranked Alabama Huntsville are scoreless. Eagles looking for their first hit of the day. Alabama Huntsville has a runner on first, trying to walk it off before extra innings against Carson-Newman. Once again, the final score from inside of Holt Fieldhouse. It's Carson-Newman 71 and Coker 70. We'll talk to you on Wednesday for the women's game against Anderson. Until then, been a pleasure this year. Thanks for joining us. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
You've been listening to the Domino's Post-Game Report on the Eagle Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that service built. By Aramark, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By the Tennessee National Guard, a generation of volunteers. By Food City, value every day. By Tri-Light, dream big with Gig. By Quality Suites of Morristown, an official hotel of the Carson-Newman Eagles. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. The executive producer of the Eagle Sports Network is Matt Pope. Producers Adam Cavalier, Michael Watrang, Ian Johnson, Andrew Drizzy Rogers, Caitlin Jones, and Danny Wizarek. I'm staff announcer Ernie Anderson. A special thanks to Carson-Newman and University President Dr. Charles A. Fowler. Stay tuned to these stations for information on our next presentation of Carson-Newman basketball. In the meantime, visit cneagles.com for recaps, highlights, and interviews from today's game.
This is the Eagle Sports Network.